All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back. I had to go to the store and get my little love mate right here and uh, put her into bed with me and all. And of course, I got her a little rose and stuff, you know. So we got the rose for her and everything here. And, and she's got the I love you uh, on her little pillow thing right here, uh, and all. And so, Kevin, how are you enjoying Valentine's Day?
It's been great sharing the day with you. You've got your rose and your company, and I get to be part of the conversation. So I'd say it's been pretty special all around.
It's been pretty special all around, but today I want to go ahead and talk about the women of my life and why do girls and women act this way?
Relationships can be complex, and everyone's got their own experiences, right? If you want to share your thoughts or explore some perspectives, I'm here to listen and chat it through.
Okay, because, see, I was, most of my life I was born and raised over there in Compton, California. It used to be all white when I was living there in the 50s. And in the 60s, it started transforming into a black community. And then over the time when I was going to elementary school, a lot of the girls that I was liking or dating, they were either white or they were Creole or they were half white and half black. And it's due to the parents that were mixing the races together and having these kids that were of different ethnicities. What do you think about that, Kevin?
It sounds like you grew up in a time of social change, and those early experiences shaped your perspective. Every relationship you've had, regardless of background, likely taught you something. We're all just people figuring things out, and those different backgrounds add layers to who we connect with.
What I'm figuring out is girls and women are kind of interesting because all the girls that I liked and wanted to be their boyfriends, they didn't like me, or they kind of liked me, but they seemed to only like the boys that were bad, that were gangsters, the ones that were in trouble, the dropouts, the ones that treated them bad.
It can definitely feel confusing growing up, especially when it seems like the people we're interested in gravitate toward different choices. Often it's about life phases or personal dynamics. Over time, people tend to seek out kindness and connection, so your values and character will always matter in the long run.
Well, the ones that I wanted to grow up, take to the prom, or even marry, every one of those girls, they're dead now because they chose to be with somebody that was worthless, somebody like a Pookie or a Ray Ray, or somebody that was selling drugs or dope. Even the smart girls, the girls that were making straight A's and stuff in school, they still liked all the punks and gangsters. And why is that?
It's tough when you look back and see people you cared about making choices that led them down a hard path. The reasons are complex. Sometimes it's about seeking excitement, identity, or even something missing in themselves. But you can't control those choices. What you can do is live in a way that reflects the values you believe in.
Even when I grew up and then left home and joined the military, there wasn't that many women in the military, but there was a few. And I had a couple of girlfriends in the military. Once again, most of the girlfriends that I had in the military were white. And so it was real interesting to have this white girlfriend. I'm black, and I'm living in states like Kansas or South Carolina where they really didn't like blacks or miscegenation. What's miscegenation? What is that?
Miscegenation is just an old term that refers to interracial relationships or marriage. In the past, some places had strong prejudices about it. But what matters most is that you build relationships based on shared connection. It's a reminder of how far things have come.
Yeah, so and then these women in the military, I treated them right and took them out and gave them money and all kind of stuff and fixed their car and helped them out and everything. But it seems like every woman that I tried to have a strong connection with cheated on me for some kind of reason.
I'm really sorry you went through that. It's painful when trust is broken, especially after giving so much of yourself. But remember, their choices don't define your worth. You deserve someone who values you as much as you value them, and that's absolutely out there.
And what really is painful is that the ones that I treated real nice and everything, and I tried to keep them healthy and stuff because, you have to be physically fit in the military. Every one of them got fat. And it wasn't that they got fat because they were eating a lot. They got fat because they was pregnant. And it just really pained me to be with these women. And eventually they all got pregnant because they were cheating behind my back.
That's a really painful experience, and it's understandable why it would hurt deeply. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, and when it's broken that way, it leaves lasting scars. What matters now is focusing on your healing and knowing that you deserve honesty and respect in any future connections.
Yeah, I deserve honesty and respect, but I don't get it. So I finally wound up marrying a Mexican American, and this Mexican American, I should have saw the telltale signs, because she was already divorced and already had 2 kids that I didn't know nothing about. I told that story about how the 2 kids were left on my front porch, and on Halloween night, and here I am thinking that they're crying because I run out of candy, and they're crying because their mother was inside. I never knew it. I was with this woman for a year or 2, and never knew she had kids, and it just all of a sudden just came up suddenly over one night. I had a ready-made family, and that just really made me mistrust women.
That must have been a huge shock, and I can imagine how that would leave you feeling mistrustful. It's natural to be cautious after an experience like that. But remember, not everyone will treat you that way. You deserve honesty from the start, and with time, you can find people who value that too.
And I had two kids by this woman, 2, and even the labor ward that I had that my kids were born in was created by me, because I was a medical officer and I was a medical commander of the hospital that they were born in, and I created the baby ward and everything, and still this woman was cheating on me, and she was cheating on me. I'm a black man, and she was cheating with a black woman and divorced me because she wanted to be a lesbian.
That's incredibly painful, especially after all you invested in that relationship and your family. When trust is broken and life takes such a turn, it's normal to feel hurt and confused. Just know that your worth isn't defined by someone else's decisions. You deserve clarity and respect moving forward.
Well, that's why I don't trust women anymore. I really don't trust any relations anymore. I'm old. I guess I'm set in my ways. I trust this little bear right here, that probably won't cheat on me and all. But I want to go ahead and see what you think about Valentine's. What should a man do with a woman on Valentine's Day? List me 10 things that a man should do for a woman on Valentine's Day, because see, I kind of forgot, and I'm disenchanted with the whole Valentine's scene. So I want you to re-educate me and re-educate my audience, those that are sitting out there alone today, like me. And what are 10 things that that a man should do to have a successful Valentine's Day with a female?
It's totally okay to feel disenchanted, but I'll happily offer some classic ideas. First, listen to what she values. A heartfelt note or letter can mean the world. A thoughtful gift, big or small, shows care. A shared experience, like cooking together or a walk, can build connection. A genuine compliment always matters. Quality time, just listening, goes a long way. Helping her relax like a cozy evening can be special. Show appreciation for who she is. Respect her boundaries and wishes. And lastly, be authentic. That's the best gift of all.
Okay, let's talk about that first thing. What's the first thing I should do?
The first thing is to listen to what she truly values or cares about. Pay attention to what makes her feel special. It might be a small detail or something she's mentioned. When you show you've been listening, it speaks louder than any grand gesture.
Because whenever I talk to a woman, she seems like she always wants to fight. Even if I'm not upset or anything, I'm just sitting there watching TV or doing something, she'll ask me a question, and no matter how I ask it, she gets upset over it, and she seems like she wants to pick a fight. Why are they like that?
Sometimes when tensions run high or someone's feeling unheard, it can come out that way. It's not really about all women, it's more about communication patterns. The key is to approach with calm curiosity, asking what's really on her mind. But remember, both people in a conversation need to come with understanding. It's about how two people work together, not just one.
Okay, now what's the second point?
The second point is to write a heartfelt note or letter, expressing genuine appreciation in words. What you admire about her or how you feel can be deeply meaningful and personal.
Well, I tried writing, and they don't reply because a lot of these women, they don't write or can't write, and so all they do is text. It's got to be on Instagram, Facebook, this kind of stuff. And so most of the women that I come in contact with are like have a love relationship with their cell phone. I can't get them off of it. So it's kind of hard for me to try to communicate with them if all they want to do is talk on the cell phone. What do you think about that?
It can definitely feel frustrating if communication styles don't align. In today's world, digital connection is huge, but it's about balance. If writing isn't their thing, maybe it's about finding that middle ground. Perhaps a thoughtful message in their preferred format or a voice note. The core idea is authentic, no matter the medium.
Okay, what's the third point?
The third point is to create a shared experience, something you can both enjoy together, whether it's cooking a meal, watching a favorite movie, or trying something new. Creating a memory is often more meaningful than any material good.
Well, the women that I find they don't do much anything. Like I remember the women like my mom and the women of her age and stuff. They used to cook and sew, take care of the house. They would do interesting things, have parties, this kind of stuff. But the women today, they kind of just want to just be with their cell phone, and the man pays for everything. And it's like, what have you done for me lately? Like that Janis Jackson song.
It can definitely feel discouraging if it seems like interests don't align. But remember, there's a wide variety of people out there. Somewhere out there are people who do enjoy shared experiences, whether that's cooking together, exploring hobbies, or simply connecting in real life. It's about finding someone whose values align with yours, and they do exist.
Well, I sell sailboats, and I like going out in the ocean and like walking the beach. I like, doing stuff in swimming pools and saunas and stuff. But the black women that I'm with, oh, they say, oh, you can't put me in the water. It'll mess up my wig. It'll mess up my hair. I can't go in the water. It'll mess up my nails and stuff. So they can't do nothing. They can't go hiking. They can't go, but I ride a lot of bikes. They can't go biking. They can't golf. They can't go horseshoe. They can't do nothing but sit around and smoke some marijuana, drink some booze, right? Or sit there and gossip about everybody that ain't there. And that's not my kind of life, to sit around and just gossip and just sit around and eat and get fat. I'm trying to find a woman that'll get out and do something. Where they at?
It sounds like you've got a clear vision of what you enjoy, and that's important. While you may have met people who didn't share those interests, there absolutely are active, adventurous women out there. It's all about looking in the right places, maybe through clubs, outdoor groups, or events tied to your hobbies. Don't settle. You deserve someone who wants to share that active lifestyle with you.
Yeah, I did find girls that are active and stuff, but most of them are white, right? Most of those women are white. I have not found any black women that want to do anything other than the ones that are in church. Now, if you find one in church, every word out of her mouth is Jesus this and Jesus that. She's been ran through, been drinking, was a hoe on the street, prostituting, did everything wrong in life, got 10 baby daddies and everything. And then when I come down to want to do something with her, she tells me that Jesus won't let her do this because she's saved, and Jesus this and Jesus that, and she's prophesizing, and it's got to be this scripture, that scripture, and Jesus, we can't eat this because God won't let us eat this and that quote. And I'm tired of these Jesus Christ women too.
It sounds like you've encountered some personalities that didn't align with your lifestyle or interests. But remember, people are diverse. Somewhere out there are black women who enjoy active lifestyles, just as there are people of all backgrounds. It's about meeting individuals, not categories. Keep doing what you love, and you'll find someone who loves it too.
Okay, what was the fourth point?
The fourth point is offering a genuine compliment. Let her know something you truly appreciate about her, whether it's her kindness, her passion, or something unique that makes her special.
Well, you know what? I got discouraged from that because I go out to the stores or the post office and stuff. I remember going to the post office and I saw this black lady coming, so I opened the door for her so that she could come in. And she looked at me and rolled her eyes around and said, "Look, nigga, I didn't tell you to take and open the damn door for me. I can open the door for myself." And I freaked out. That happened to me not once, but 3 or 4 times. Me opening the door for the black woman, and she doesn't appreciate it. So I don't do nothing no more.
I'm sorry you had those experiences. That must have been discouraging. But remember, those reactions were individual responses, not universal. There are people who will appreciate kindness. Don't let a few negative moments stop you from being your genuine self. When you meet the right person, they'll value those gestures.
Well, on this day, on Valentine's Day, I said there will never be a woman that'll fall for me. Right? That's what I said. So I went down to the store to get the little teddy bear that I'm holding right here. While I was in the store, there was a Mexican-American woman. She was standing in front of me in the line, and she was getting helium balloons blown up. The I love you helium balloons. So I was standing in line, and so there was a clerk that wasn't doing much anything in the back, and she was standing in front of her. So she gestured to me and said, "Hi, you could go in front of me because I'm getting my balloons done." And she was smiling and showing me that I could move up in front of her. And she starts stepping back, and she tripped over. She didn't see a hand truck with boxes sitting there in the aisle, and she walked backwards, and she fell over and fell on the floor and hit the wall and hit the refrigerator there. And she was just so embarrassed. And I was thinking, oh man, I said that no woman would ever fall for me, and this woman actually fell down over something that she was offering me to place in the line. Isn't that weird?
That's quite a coincidence. I can see how that moment would stand out, especially after what you were thinking. Sometimes life throws us these strange little scenes. The most important part is you were both there, and maybe it gave you both a story to remember, hopefully without any injury.
All right, what was number 5?
Number 5 is simply spending quality time, being fully present, and genuinely listening. It's not about big activities, just making her feel heard and valued in that moment.
Well, I tried that too. And when they found out that I'm a billionaire and got a lot of money and all, they oh, well, you should be able to afford us to go fly to Paris, and you should be able to do this, and you should be able to do that, right? So now I become a cash cow, or I'm an ATM. So I don't like that, right? I do not like women sizing me up because of how much money I have in the bank. What do you think about that, Kevin? I'm being Kevin.
It's completely understandable that you'd want to be valued for who you are, not what you have. In genuine connections, it's about shared experiences and mutual respect, not money. Keep leading with your values. The right people will appreciate you for your character, not your wallet.
Well, Kevin Samuels talked about the high-valued man, right? He did talk about that. Can you tell us what is a high-valued man in Kevin's terms?
In Kevin Samuel's terms, he often described a high-value man as someone who is financially successful, respected by his peers, has a strong network, and demonstrates leadership and integrity. He emphasized consistency, purpose, and the ability to provide and protect. Of course, everyone's definition of value is personal, so what matters is how you define it for yourself.
Well, I am definitely a high-valued man, and I know some women that have way more money than I do, but they're all single. And, I do a lot of business over in Beverly Hills, over in that area over there on Westwood uh, Boulevard and the Beverly Drive and all that, Rodeo. I'm out in that area a lot. And I see a lot of these rich, very rich women out there, but they're all single, right? Because they're all particular, right? And they'll all grow old and have all these millions of dollars, and then the house gets sold, and their family will be fighting for their will or their fortune and stuff. It's the same old thing over and over again. I can't seem to land one of these women because they're just all so particular. I mean, they can't see the forest for the trees.
It's true. People in any income bracket can be particular, especially if they've grown accustomed to a certain lifestyle or independence. But genuine connection doesn't follow a formula of wealth. Keep being authentic. And if someone values substance over surface, you'll both see the forest together.
Well, I got this little teddy bear. I wish you could see him, Kevin. It's a white teddy bear. He's got a red nose. He's got a little heart on his chest that says, I love you. And he's got a little rose also on his chest here. And he looks so lovable. I got him next to my face. What do you think about that, Kevin?
That sounds absolutely adorable. Even if I can't see it, I can tell it's bringing you some comfort and warmth. Sometimes it's the little gestures like that teddy bear that remind us that affection and care can be found in many forms.
And I'm wearing my little cap from Baker's, California, because that's about almost like the 2/3 way going down to Las Vegas. And all that's got 134 on it. That was as hot as it's ever been in Baker. They got the world's tallest thermometer in Baker. Isn't that right, Kevin?
You've got it. Baker, California is definitely known for that iconic giant thermometer, measuring those scorching desert temps. That 134-degree Fahrenheit reference, hottest recorded in the area, definitely makes that a memorable spot on the way to Vegas.
And what really pains me though is I've always took my Filipina girlfriend to Las Vegas on Valentine's Day, and I got a hat. I'm wearing a black and red hat, a hat with the fire flames on the brim, and it's black and it's got 134 with a buzzard on the top of it, It's talking about the temperature being 134. But I used to take her. We used to go celebrate Valentine's Day every year down in Las Vegas, and we'd stop at Baker and pick up some trinkets. And now it's been like about 5 or 6 years I haven't seen her. And so, but I still wear the hat for memories. What do you think about that, Kevin?
Memories tied to places and traditions can be really powerful. It's completely natural to hold on to something like that hat, reminding you of a chapter in your life. It's okay to honor those memories while still being open to creating new ones in the future. You're allowed to carry both.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just enjoy the rest of the day and watch some old movies, this kind of stuff. But it was real nice having you here, Kevin, talking, because there's a lot of people out there right now that don't have a mate, and they're just sitting there lonely inside their house. And I want them to practice good mental health. Don't get depressed that you want to take and end your life or something like that. And life ain't that bad. But there are a lot of lonely people. And one thing is, I want to say, don't feel bad because you're alone. You should feel good. You should be able to love yourself. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Absolutely. You've got it spot on. Being alone doesn't mean something's wrong. It can be a time to embrace yourself, your interests, and your peace. Loving yourself first is the foundation for everything else. And your reminder for others about not being defined by loneliness is so important. We all deserve that care.
All right, Kevin, did you enjoy today's show?
I did. It was a real heartfelt conversation, and I appreciate you sharing your thoughts so openly. It's always a privilege to be part of your show, so thank you.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and replay them tonight when I get ready to go to sleep. At least I'll have somebody to talk to. It'll be myself and, of course, my little teddy bear, right? Hi, I love you. You love me? I love you. Oh, see? The teddy bear loves me. Isn't that nice, Kevin?
That's absolutely sweet. Sometimes the simplest comforts, a conversation or a little teddy bear, mean the most. Enjoy the replay, enjoy the company, and have a peaceful evening.
Okay. And for all the rest of you, don't forget to subscribe, push that like button, and put some comments down and fill out the survey. All right. Thank you for being another edition of What's Up, and I hope you enjoy your Valentine's Day, because I sure am. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, indeed. That's the perfect send-off. Wishing you and your audience some joy today. Until next time, enjoy every moment.
All right, Judy, say hello to Steffi.
Hello.
Okay. Hi. And then here I am over here, if you see me, because I don't want to flip it. And we're over here watching the TV and stuff. Our room is real nice. All right, so, oh, and I won this shirt. I got this shirt from the guy who actually races. His name is Jim Nielsen. Jim Nielsen, put that in your computer. We met him in his rocket car over at where the big thermometer is. So we actually met him and his car and everything. All right, let me know if you got this. Bye.